a longer form listener question that we can really give someone a more curated answer from us, and we're going to have your help on that today. So I'm going to play that for us now.
Hi, Kim and Grandma Gail. I love your podcast and would love both of your advice and help on my problem. So I'm in my early 30s and I've been dating my boyfriend for about 5 years. He's started his medical school residency, so he's working long and intense hours. I've known this was coming and I love him dearly, so I want to support him. And we've talked about engagement and everything soon. But now that residency is actually happening, I'm finding myself feeling lonely and overwhelmed. I want to support his work and his dreams, and I'm so proud of him, but I'm beginning to feel frustrated at how little I see him and how much effort I find myself putting into the relationship. And it feels disproportionate. What else do you think I can do to be accepting of this phase of our relationship? And what can I ask him within reason to do to make this easier on me? And if you have any tips on still spending quality time with each other while one of us is working such long hours, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so to reiterate that, this girl has been dating her boyfriend for 5 years. He's in medical school residency. What can she do to be more accepting of this phase of their relationship, and what can she ask her partner to make things easier and spend some quality time?
Are you going to ask me first?
Sure.
Okay, firstly, I think she has to understand when you go with somebody who's in the medical profession, there are 6 or 7 years of hell, and that's just the name of the game. And if you're willing to go with someone she's been with this gentleman for 5 years, she's put the investment in already. It's a very tedious job to be a doctor's wife. Hopefully she has a job herself, so she's busy during the week. I would certainly recommend that. If she doesn't have a full-time job, she better find one, because it's a very, and I know doctors' wives, it's a lonely time in the beginning. They have to set up their practice. It's a very difficult time. Unless you're a dermatologist, you're on call all the time. So I think she has to rethink her thinking. Maybe this, I hate to say it, maybe this wasn't the right choice for her. And
I don't think you just break up with someone because they have a hard job, because everybody
No, it's not a matter of that. It's not a matter. This is a life. A doctor's life is very different than going from 9 to 5 or 9 to 7. It's not like working on Wall Street. This is a vocation that he has chosen. And I think that you have to know that. You're marrying the medical profession. So that's why very many doctors' wives become their nurses in their office, because then they do see their husbands much more often. They do the scheduling. I know most of the doctors I go to, their wives are working with them in the office, either as a manager or as something to do with them. And it's the time that you spend together should be quality time. I don't think I shouldn't say this because I don't know his schedule, but usually I'm sure he has at least one day off. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the day they should concentrate just on chilling out and being together, whether it's a walk in the park or just take a little time, go for a swim if you're near the water, maybe cook each other. If you both like to cook and do something together. And but you've put 5 years in. I hope you know that it's just the beginning.
I have to tell you, as the daughter of a physician,
good,
I really
Natasha.
lived this firsthand. And my mom moved to the United States when she was 19 years old to attend Columbia. Wow. She and my dad met on an airplane, had 4 dates, eloped, and got married.
I love it. That's
so she did not know, and a romance of a lifetime. They're married 56 years. Wow. So are my in-laws, by the way, and 2 amazing couples. And she was very lonely.
Yeah.
The difference was she was married and they were starting to have a family. I have an older sister. Right. Now, your listener can't go back in time, but advice I would give to anyone dating is I wouldn't date someone longer than a year. Mm-hmm. How much time do you need to know if this is the one? It's different for everybody, but time is valuable and you never get it back.
I've said this all the time, Natasha.
Well, I agree with you. And I think that, we're always evolving. Who we were when I was 27 and Mark was 30, we're very different people today, but we made the commitment to grow together. Yeah, but we dated for 7 months. We were engaged for 7 months. And we're married 23 years.
How old were you when you met?
I was 26.
Oh wow, okay.
I got engaged when I was 27
Mhm.
and married the same year. He actually proposed on my birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
so did my
Yeah.
husband. Proposed on
That's
my
so
birthday.
cool. How
That's
did he do? How
Yeah,
did he propose?
But I was 21.
That's like my mom.
I mean, we didn't believe in long-term things. It's a
Right.
completely different thing. He proposed. I don't even know where he proposed. He proposed. I think he took me to a show actually at it used to be called the Americana in New York, and he took out. He didn't have a ring. He was in school, and he was in
Right.
graduate school, and he said, "I want to, would you marry me, whatever?" And I said to myself, "Well, I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't." And he said, "Well, here's my mother's Wellesley ring."
Oh.
So to this day, I have it in the vault, and I said, it's the only time I ever got close to going to Wellesley. So I
love
loved
that.
it. And eventually I got
You
a
should
shot.
turn it
I
into
still
something
have,
cool.
actually, I still have the Wellesley ring, and I don't have my first engagement ring. But
What happened to the first engagement ring? It got
it got bigger.
Bigger and
I
bigger
watered-
and bigger.
I watered it. I kept watering it like a plant.
That's all you have to do?
I watered it. It came to be a beautiful
and
thing.
poof.
And
Yes.
poof, it got bigger.
The Wellesley ring, is it ugly?
It's a little blue
Oh.
ring with Wellesley with little tiny little
That's
seed
kind of
pearls.
cool.
Well, I don't want to walk around. I went to Syracuse. How am I going to go show people?
What a
Here I
great
went-
school,
Here
by
I
the
went to
way.
Wellesley. I think what we should tell this girl is
Yeah.
you've stuck in here 5 years. If he really is the one, hang in there, but get something to occupy yourself that you really enjoy during the week, because his hours are very, very long, and they're going to be nighttime as well.
Right. And
Right?
I would add to that and get a commitment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you're in
Oh,
it
right.
and you want to get married, if
He has
you're
to
going
put
to
the
be
ring on.
sticking around
Yeah.
Right.
through
Make sure
what
it's-
is a super challenging time,
Correct.
make sure you're not the one that slogged it out
And
and,
then he
then
says
6
goodbye.
months later he meets somebody else and is
Totally.
married, and you've now spent
5,
10
6
years
years, exactly.
of your life.
Which I don't think you should be doing anyway.
We're on the same page.
Okay.
You should know in a year.
Exactly. 6 months is more than enough.
There you go.